The DG Leisure Centre arrives at Harding and Hobbs and smashes the price barrier. With the 5-function Sinclair Cambridge percentage calculator, now only $7.95, including, yes, including VAT. The 13-function Cambridge Scientific with logarithmic keys for only $12.95, including VAT. See all the superb Sinclair range at the DG Leisure Centre at Harding and Hobbs, Clapham Junction, Southwest 11.
This is the newest way to tell the time. The Black Watch, developed in Britain by Sinclair. It's electronic, no moving parts. Digital, to tell you the time precisely. And quartz controlled, so you're sure that time is right. In fact, for a year, we'll replace your watch free if it doesn't keep time to a second a day. Look out for the Black Watch in today's papers or tomorrow's.
I'd like to tell you about a really different software magazine called Input. It's a weekly course that program by program will help you get the most from your computer. And it's designed specially for many of the leading computers. Input's clear instructions will have you creating your own animation and sound effects to go with it. And teaches you to understand machine code by using it practically and imaginatively. Oi, leave it out. Input. Learn to program for fun and the future.
Now, Timex brings the power of the computer within reach of more people than ever before. Introducing the Timex Sinclair 1000, the first of a new generation of computers designed to be easier to use and to own. For $99.95, power to learn at the speed of light, power to organize with unfailing accuracy. The Timex Sinclair 1000, power is within your reach.
This is the ZX Spectrum, a small, very cheap computer that's found its way into more homes in Britain than any other. Now, there are many, many games designed for the ZX, but not many quite like this one. Ever since some real-life insects sabotaged an early computer, the word bug has been used to mean a problem in a program. This wickedly clever little game shows what bugs are all about. The sentences you see are the lines of a real computer program. Each flashing letter marks a gap in the program. Micromouse is out to plug those gaps. Bug monsters try and walk all over him, and frequently succeed. There's just one letter left to fit in. Go on, pal. Go for it. Go on, pal. Once the letter's in, the program's complete, and it tells the computer to do something spectacular. This ingenious and educational game is called Micromouse Goes Debugging. It's from MC Lothlorien and runs on the ZX Spectrum. Good, eh?
Vedi, mi studio ogni volta la pista. E dove lo trovi il tempo per andare a sciare? Facile, mezz'ora ogni sera con lo Spectrum.
ZX Spectrum Sinclair, una gamma di computer per cominciare e per continuare, a casa tua. E oggi 8 programmi compresi nel prezzo.
Once upon a time, there were 3 bears.
The 3 bears lived in the wood.
Learning Box is a new exciting series of computer programs.
Kevin!
To help your child start reading and counting. Get your child ready for school with Learning Box.
The first pocket television you really can fit in a pocket was unveiled today. It's British, and on price and technology it looks set to beat the Japanese at their own game. It should also bring some jobs to Timex in Dundee, where the tubes will be made.
Sinclair's Pocket TV is so cheap, just under £80, because it's the first in the world with all its electronics on one microchip. For Clive Sinclair, today's launch is a climax to 6 years of research, costing £4 million.
It's very much the smallest, the lightest, but it also has the brightest picture, and we believe the best picture in the business. It's the very first set to just have 2 controls. It just has a single tuning control and single on-off volume control.
In a conventional TV, the beam is fired through the tube at a phosphor behind the screen. That's how the picture is created. In Sinclair's mini TV, the tube is bent through a right angle to save space. That's why it's so small. Sinclair's main rival is the Sony Watchman, but that's 3 times more expensive. The inside of the Sony shows why, a mass of complicated electronics. Sinclair has designed all his electronics on one microchip to cut costs. Sinclair set automatically adjusts to receive any kind of television signal in virtually every country. Batteries are expensive, about £3 each, but they last for 15 hours. You could watch your new Sinclair in the Ritz, but you don't have to be rich to buy one. You do, however, have to be patient. They won't be in the shops for a while yet. And if you're waiting for a colour version, don't hold your breath. It'll be some time before even Clive Sinclair can manage that.
You are about to witness Sir Clive Sinclair's quantum leap. He's come up with a computer to rival these machines at a fraction of their cost. The Sinclair QL system, with a massive 128K memory, color monitor and 4 professional software packages, £698. Phone 200 0200 for your nearest stockist.
Including Quintin North and Ian Beebe, have written asking us to show machines other than the BBC Micro. Well, of course, we are going to do that, starting now. And with good reason, because this month has seen a number of new products from Sinclair. There's, first of all, a new version of the Spectrum. Here it is. It's the Spectrum Plus. The Pluses are a new keyboard and a £50 rise in price. Nevertheless, to be honest, this is an improvement on the old rubber keys. And Sinclair's pocket-sized flat-screen TV has just appeared. I'll switch it on. It really does have a picture. It's just a pity that it hasn't got an input suitable for a computer. So, although it's fine for Match of the Day, it's no good for programming under the bedclothes, which is rather a pity.
You
nice,
have very good eyesight to see that if you're using it for a computer.
You do. I wonder if they supply the very good eyesight along with the telemat. Well, until now, the only micro that's had a teletext decoder has been the BBC Micro. But there's a new add-on, here it is, which enables Spectrum users to get CFAX or Oracle on their ordinary television sets or even on their monitors. For instance, here we are. That should be the news coming up in a minute. The extra that you gain over a normal teletext set is the ability to save the pages into your computer's memory and then print them out. At present, there are no programs that you can download and run automatically on your Spectrum in the way that you could do with the BBC machine. But if there is enough demand, the editor of CFAX tells us that they will certainly look into broadcasting free telesoftware for the Spectrum. So, make a lot of noise if you want this to happen.
Si lo que estás buscando es mucha marcha para tu Spectrum, Run Enciclopedia Práctica del Spectrum tiene un curso de Basic a tu medida.
¿Y programas?
Más de 50 y todos originales.
¿Y trucos?
Muchísimos, desde dibujar y colorear hasta hacerlo hablar. Run Enciclopedia Práctica del Spectrum, los 2 primeros fascículos por solo 95 pesetas.
Y mira lo que regala.
Welcome to Match Day, the exciting new soccer game from Ocean. Blistering 3D action for your Spectrum computer. It's a corner. Oh, there's a scramble and this could be trouble for the keeper. It's a goal. Develop your football skills against the computer or in a challenging knockout competition. And don't miss Ocean's other Christmas blockbusters. Chart-topping Daley Thompson's Decathlon and the spectacular mega venture Gift from the Gods. Ocean, top of the league for computer software.
Rasputin from Firebird. Every software house is jumping on the 3D isometric graphic bandwagon, but none have been able to produce multi-action screens. Until now. The playability and beautifully recreated playing area will make you come back time and time again to Rasputin, one of Firebird's new hot range.
Imagine a vehicle that can drive you 5 miles for a penny. A vehicle that needs no petrol, just a battery. And that takes the press of a button to start, the squeeze of a lever to stop. That needs no license, no road tax, and you can drive whether you're 14 or 40. A vehicle that costs just £399. The Sinclair C5. It's a new power in personal transport. The Sinclair C5, £399. Want to buy one? Want to see one? Or simply want to read all about it? Just dial 100 and ask for free phone C5. Now.
Sir Clive Sinclair has launched his latest consumer toy. It's a revolutionary battery-powered tricycle, and it has engines from washing machines and can be ridden by anyone over 14 without a license. But some say it'll lead to accidents.
The doubters call it a plastic hip bath on wheels, a menace to all road users. Sinclair believe their C5, Britain's first mass-produced electrical car, will revolutionise town travel.
Well, it's a very compact car-like vehicle, but a single-seater aimed at all the family from 14 years upwards. So it can be used for commuting, for shopping, or for going to school, for trips around town generally.
To coincide with today's launch, Sinclair demonstrated the C5 on private roads in Berkshire. The three-wheeler has a top speed of 15 miles an hour. You steer using handlebars down by the seat. Its battery-powered engine, made by Hoover, is adapted from their washing machine unit. The C5 costs £400. By law, anyone over 14 can drive it.
It's actually easier to drive than a bicycle. The real beauty about this machine is you don't need road tax, insurance, you don't need a license, you don't even need crash helmet.
But there are obvious disadvantages. The tiny C5 is dwarfed by other traffic. The driver is also exposed to car fumes. Its critics predict chaos on the roads.
The idea of 14-year-old kids taking these things on the roads like today, no license, no insurance, no training, no seatbelt, no skid lid, no protection, frankly horrifies me.
Despite the critics, Sinclair hope to sell 100,000 vehicles in the next 12 months. Paul Davis, News at 10, Berkshire.
Right, pay attention, Bond. This is the Sinclair ZX Spectrum Plus 2. It's a fully operational computer with 128K memory, but it comes with 3 James Bond games and a light gun that fires armor-piercing shells. Now that's your assignment. No, don't sit in that chair! Sorry, Bond. Haven't perfected that yet. The Sinclair ZX Spectrum Plus 2.
There's a sensational range of gifts at Curry's now. A massive choice at unbeatable prices.
Personal stereo at Curry's starts at an incredible $9.99.
A Philips main shaver at a gift of a price, just $19.99.
An exclusive Braun food processor deal with citrus juicer and free blender.
And the new Sinclair Spectrum Plus 2 with free joystick and software. Curry's, no one beats our prices, guaranteed.
Sinclair's new ZX Spectrum Action Pack has a powerful 128K home computer, a joystick, 6 very different games, and a deadly accurate light gun.
Keep on running, keep on hiding, keep on running, keep on hiding.
That'll keep those droids on the run. The new Sinclair Action Pack puts the zap back into computers.
Pon tus manos en el Sinclair Spectrum Plus 2 antes de que otros se te adelanten. Todos quieren vivir emocionantes aventuras con sus miles de juegos y programas. Todos quieren manejar una máquina alucinante de 128K con cassette incorporado. Apresúrate, con este precio te lo pueden quitar de las manos. Sinclair Spectrum Plus 2, la máquina alucinante.
We put the zap back into computers. Sinclair's Action Pack with light gun.
The new Sinclair Plus 3 with built-in disc drive, £199. Sinclair Plus 2, £139. Both with free joystick and 6 free games. With the new Sinclair Spectrum Plus 3, I can be who I want to be. With the built-in disk drive, I can be the fastest rider off the grid. With the 128K memory, I can be the most powerful force in the universe. And you get 6 other free games and a free joystick.
You're turning into a real computer expert. And at £199, I've saved the earth.
The new Sinclair Spectrum Plus 3 with built-in disk drive. Who would you like to be?